It's been 8 years since Glock released anything significant. They've been playing it safe, sticking to what works, and delivering the same old Gen 5 over and over. Meanwhile, others are pushing the boundaries, bringing us new designs, features, and fierce competition. But are these new handguns truly the next big thing, or just another round of marketing hype? In this video, we'll look at 7 new handguns that are shaking things up, ranging from a high-tech Beretta pocket pistol to a staccato that ditches 2011 mags in favor of Glock compatibility. We'll also look at an optics-ready 5.7, a compensated Springfield Echelon, and a HK that improves one of the most popular duty pistols of the past decade. If you think Glock has dominated the market for too long, stay tuned. These new contenders may make you want to ditch your Glock. Before we get started, I'd like to thank everyone for their support. Thank you, whether you've already subscribed or are considering doing so. It actually means a lot. Number 1. Tisas PX57. There has been a surge of interest in 5.7 by 28mm pistols, which were previously dominated by a few big names. Tisas has now joined the club with the PX57, which will be available for a reasonable price, typically around $399. It aims to shake up a niche cartridge that was previously associated with high-end models. This pistol features a lightweight polymer frame, a 20-round magazine, and a striker-fired mechanism. One feature that piqued my interest was its optic-ready slide. The ability to mount a red dot on a low-cost 5.7 might entice those who can't afford a FN57. The slide finish is treated with a QPQ nitride process for corrosion resistance, which is beneficial for those who are lax about cleaning. A cold hammer-forged barrel, typically found in more expensive guns, is included here, implying good accuracy potential. People have reported that the trigger is crisp, often breaking around 4.5 pounds, which is lighter than some of the competition. The front sight features a fiber optic element, while the rear sight is blacked out and has a serrated face to reduce reflection. A loaded chamber indicator and striker status indicator provide additional peace of mind. The proprietary 20-round magazine does limit interchangeability, but Tisas sells reasonably priced spares. In terms of recoil, this caliber is known for being soft, making it easy to handle. However, 5.7 by 28mm ammo is still expensive, which may deter anyone who enjoys shooting a lot of rounds at the range. Given the sub-$500 price, it's difficult not to see the PX57 as a viable option for those curious about the 5.7 cartridge. If you've been waiting for a Glock in 5.7 by 28mm, it's unlikely to happen in the next decade. So look into this one. Number 2. Beretta 20 by 20 Bobcat. Before moving to the next new revolver for 2025, make sure you subscribe to our channel in support of showing the best guns for self-defense or for hunting. I've always had a soft spot for pocket pistols, particularly Berettas. The 22 LR Bobcat has been a favorite for decades. The classic tip-up barrel made it easy to load without wrestling with the slide, which was ideal for people who didn't want to deal with heavy slide manipulation. The most recent iteration, known as the Beretta 20X Bobcat, improves on everything that was good about the previous version. There is a slight increase in capacity from 7 to 8 rounds, so anyone concerned about feeling outgunned with a small pistol may appreciate the small increase. For a more modern feel, the mag release is now located behind the trigger guard rather than tucked away in the grip. Beretta also replaced the old barrel release lever with a push-button design, which simplified the loading process even further. What makes this even more appealing is the range of customization options. You can select from a variety of color schemes, and G10 grip panels are available for those seeking a better grip or a touch of flair. If you prefer to run it suppressed, Beretta even included an optic plate, which is unusual for pocket pistols. The idea of a micro red dot on such a small gun seemed strange at first, but it's nice to have the option. It retains the blowback mechanism and double-action, single-action trigger that people associate with the Bobcat. The tip-up barrel remains its most appealing feature, particularly for those with weaker hands who don't want to rack a small slide. Beretta set the MSRP at $499 to $549, depending on the version. The price is comparable to the original, but the modern upgrades may sway someone looking for a discreet .22 pistol. There are hints of more aftermarket goodies on the way, so I believe this refresh has a lot going for it, especially if you've been looking for something smaller than a Glock 44. Number 3. Springfield Echelon Comp 45. Springfield has recently demonstrated a knack for introducing compensators to its lineup, and the Echelon Comp 45 ACP is part of that trend. This model costs around $749 and retains the modular design of the original Echelon while integrating a single-port compensator directly into the barrel and slide. What's the promise? Flatter recoil, faster follow-ups, and a more enjoyable shooting experience. Using Springfield's variable interface system eliminates the need for adapter plates when mounting a red dot. The 4.5-inch barrel is hammer-forged and coated with melanite. With the integrated compensator and active recoil system, it feels noticeably smoother under rapid fire than the standard model. The muzzle remains level enough that you may notice your sights barely leave the target. It does not appear to suffer from the excess flash or gas blowback that can plague poorly designed comps. The port's placement ensures that the front sight does not obscure your vision. Handling is still comfortable thanks to interchangeable back straps, and the trigger is crisp without excessive take-up. Buyers receive a flush-fitting 17-round magazine and a 20-rounder with an extension, which cover the majority of self-defense and range scenarios. Upgrades from the original Echelon may not be required for everyone. If you already find recoil manageable, the switch to a compensated version may not feel revolutionary. However, if you've been considering replacing your old Glock 17, the Echelon Comp may be worth the upgrade. It isn't significantly more expensive than the base model, which is another plus. Number 4. H&K VP9A1. Heckler & Koch's VP9 series has long been a popular choice for those looking for a high-quality German striker-fired sidearm. The new A1 variants, the VP9F and VP9K, make minor but significant improvements to the original design. The price is around $899, which is on the high end, but this is typical for Hong Kong. These changes may persuade a few remaining skeptics. What is the first thing you will notice? The lack of finger grooves on the front strap. That minor adjustment can be significant if your fingers never line up properly with the older model. HK also went all in with modular back straps and side panels, effectively doubling the previous fit combinations. The magwell is flared, allowing for faster reloads, and the slide release levers have more aggressive serrations. The trigger bar is now nickel Teflon coated, which eliminates the gritty break that some original VP9s had before being broken in. This means a smoother pull from day one. Both sizes are optics ready, and older magazines will still function. The full-size version has a 17 and 20 round magazine, while the compact version has a 15. Ergonomics remain a standout feature, and the new design elements make it even more accessible to shooters with varying hand sizes. It has always been accurate, and this remains true. Whether or not the $899 price tag seems justified depends on how you view HK firearms. Purists believe it's worth every penny for its dependability and design quality. Those who prefer a push-button mag release may still complain that HK has not introduced a factory B model. Nonetheless, if you're tired of your Glock 19 or Glock 17 and want something more refined out of the box, the VP9A1 ticks a lot of boxes. Before moving to the next new revolver for 2025, make sure you subscribe to our channel in support of showing the best guns for self-defense or for hunting. Number 5. Christensen Arms Camera. Christensen Arms decided to combine features from various pistol platforms and call it the Camera. At first glance, it appears to be a typical DA/SA design in the style of the CZ75, but it's packed with modular elements that allow a shooter to change grip angles and slide length in ways rarely seen outside of advanced competition builds. Prices range between $1,300 for the compact and $1,350 for the full size. The frame can be disassembled, allowing you to upgrade from a 15-round setup to a 17-round version without purchasing a new pistol. By swapping out pieces, the grip angle can be adjusted to resemble a 1911, a CZ, or, yes, you guessed it, a Glock. The owner can configure the beaver tail, backstraps, and even whether or not a decocker or manual safety is installed. It is fed by CZ75 magazines, so there is a reliable source of spares. That modularity could be a game changer for people who want a single firearm that can be modified over time. The question is, how much aftermarket support will Christensen Arms provide? If they release additional frames or specialized kits, you will be able to create a hybrid that is tailored to your specific style. If they don't, it may become stuck in a small niche. Shooters who tested early prototypes thought the double action pull was too heavy, around 10 pounds, compared to a single action pull of about 5 pounds. Christensen Arms claims it intends to reduce those numbers before final release. If this occurs, it may give fans of custom DA/SA guns cause to pay attention. The concept is certainly intriguing, and it has the potential to challenge traditional notions about what a pistol can do. Number 6. Stoeger Combat SX. Stoeger, a name that typically conjures up images of shotguns, has expanded into handguns, and the Combat SX is their attempt to make a splash. The design is loosely based on the earlier STR-9 Combat S, but Stoeger modified the frame to remove finger grooves and update the serrations for better grip. They also reinforced the internals to ensure that it would function properly, even under heavy use. It has a 20-round magazine capacity, a cut for mounting an optic, and easy-to-use fiber optic sights. They omitted the threaded barrel this time, so anyone looking to attach a suppressor may be disappointed, unless Stoeger decides to release that feature later. The gun costs $699, which may surprise those who believe it's just another striker-fired 9mm. So far, it appears to run smoothly, with a fit and finish that suggests it outperforms its price point. Stoeger appears eager to break free from the perception that they only manufacture shotguns. The Combat SX, with its large capacity, accessory rail, and decent ergonomics, has the potential to appeal to those looking for an affordable defensive or competition pistol. It's all about trusting a company that hasn't produced pistols in as long as some industry heavyweights. If it continues to perform well on the range, it could emerge as a sleeper pick. Number 7. Staccato HDP4. Staccato made a significant leap with the HDP4, and it's not your typical 2011. The biggest surprise is that it uses Glock-style magazines rather than the standard double-stack 1911 magazines. It also uses the Series 80 trigger system, which includes a firing pin block for drop safety. The goal is to land larger contracts that require more stringent safety features. That could explain why the grip safety is also gone. The MSRP was set between $2,500 and $2,700, placing it in the premium category, even by Staccato standards. Shooters get a polymer-based grip frame that feels a little different than the standard 2011 angle, especially since it is designed to work with Glock magazines. Some people believe the Series 80 trigger is slightly spongier than the older Series 70 triggers, and that extra mechanical piece can dampen the crisp break. On the plus side, it remains very soft shooting and accurate. The frame includes a gas pedal rest to control recoil, and the new optics cut does not overlap the ejection port like previous designs. Metal Glock pattern mags feed well, but standard polymer Glock mags can occasionally cause slide lock issues when released using the slide catch. That's a minor inconvenience for some, but if dependability is critical, it's worth noting. Overall, it's an intriguing hybrid for those who appreciate Staccato's quality but prefer something that works with their existing Glock mags. The price is steep if you're used to standard polymer pistols, but it may appeal to fans looking for a high-end firearm with unique features. Traditional 2011 fans may not be pleased with the changes, so it all depends on whether you're willing to try something new. If you are, the HDP4 offers a rare combination of performance, compatibility, and sleek design. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more firearms and self-defense tips. Tell us in the comments which revolver is your favorite. Stay safe.